I can't believe we're 10 games under 500 on July 21st, and nobody has been moved anywhere. The manager hasn't been let go. The hitting coach hasn't been let go. Nobody. Do something.
I agree. I agree with that.
This is the 10 Minutes with Andrew podcast.
Welcome back to 10 Minutes with Andrew. I'm, of course, Andrew, and I'm again joined by Mark Chancey. Welcome back to the show.
Good Sunday morning to you, my friend. How are you today?
I'm good.
That's good. I want to be referred to again as Marky Tropicana.
You will not be referred to.
See my hat today?
It's a pretty cool hat.
It's the Tropicana Golf Club.
Pretty cool hat.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So this is the Pet Shop Boys.
It is.
Another mid-'80s band, another 80s band. This is a song called Opportunities.
Right.
It was released in 1985.
Yeah.
Didn't do so hot.
No.
It was re-recorded and released again in 1986. Made it to the Billboard Hot 100, number 10 on the Billboard Hot 186. But it's not over there. Some 35 years later, the Allstate Insurance Company used the song in an ad that was prepared for the Super Bowl. So guess what happened?
It blew up.
It was the number one download on Billboard's Dance Electronic Digital Songs that year, among other platforms. And just so you know, Pet Shop Boys still releasing albums, released an album entitled Nonetheless this year.
Wow.
So they have been around for a long, long time. So
it's true.
Should we talk about Marky Tropicana, or we'll just throw it back to you?
Tell me Marky Tropicana, why not?
You want to talk about me? I'm Marky Tropicana.
Yeah, I just thought you were going
to talk
about your golf game.
You don't seem very happy about this new persona. Marky Tropicana. For those who don't know, Jimmy Tropicana. I don't even know if that's his last name. I know he goes by Jimmy Tropicana, but anyway, he's on YouTube. He gives golf lessons, I guess, but they're not your standard golf lesson. It's dumbed down, simplified. I got into it because Gramps was watching it when we were in Nova Scotia, and I was listening and going, boy, that makes a bit of sense. So then I started watching it. I took it to the range, and then I played around, and I tried it with my irons, and And yesterday we played, and So I'm all in on Jimmy Tropicana. So if you are a casual golfer and want to learn the game, or if you've been playing for a long time and you play a lot and struggle, check out Jimmy Tropicana, Tropicana Golf. How's
Indeed.
that? How's that?
Indeed.
We even have your stepmother was out, hit a bucket of balls using the Swing the V Jimmy Tropicana method. She hit every ball.
Yeah.
You were bombing some yesterday, swinging the V, right? You don't see it, do you?
I just hear about it constantly. It's just.
Oh, I'm sorry. Imagine me here talking on a talk show. Can you imagine?
Not that. I'm not talking about that.
What are you talking about?
That's all I hear about is Tropicana.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And from now on, I'm Marky Tropicana.
No, you're not.
So live with it. So what are we doing today, my son, Andrew? That would make you Andrew Tropicana.
Well, today, we're playing a game.
Hang on. I'm not ready for that. You say we're playing a game.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's called Staying or Going.
Staying or Going.
Yep.
I know. I did the production work for the lead.
Yep. You did indeed. And so here's how the trade deadline is July 30th for the Major League Baseball. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go through some Blue Jays, and we're gonna decide if they're gonna stay or if they're gonna get traded.
Is he staying or is he going now?
Is he staying or is he going now? Yes, indeed.
Is he staying or is he going now?
Before we get into that,
we
got some more stuff.
I'm just getting sick of hearing it.
More Blue Jays.
I'm sick of hearing it.
More Blue Jays talk.
No, I'm just sick of hearing it.
More Blue Jays talk.
I told you I'm sick of hearing it.
More Blue Jays talk.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
So there was an article.
That came out. More than one.
Yeah, I know. Came out about the Blue Jays. Buster Olney of ESPN did an interview on First Up.
Buster Olney?
No, Olney.
Oh, okay.
Of ESPN. did an interview on TSN 1050 First Up, and he talked about the Blue Jays, and he said
it's back. But okay.
The headline was, Blue Jays only looking to trade rentals, plan on contending in 2025. And here were the quotes. What's being communicated from the Blue Jays is they are going to talk about trading all of the rentals on the team, the guys who are free agents at the end of the year. Players like Chris Bassett, who is under contract for next year, are not available because the message coming from the Blue Jays is they intend to win in 2025. So that was the quote that came out, and people are, even Blue Jay fans, are sort of laughing at the organization for actually believing they're going to win in 2025.
Everybody is laughing at the organization. I'm just looking out the window there, and they took our propane tank last week because I got rid of it.
Yeah.
And the fence is falling down. So I guess the propane tank was holding up the fence. Oh, well. Got a bit of work to do on summer vacation. All right. Yeah, no, everybody's laughing at the Blue Jays.
That was just funny. Like, that's just funny.
They are. Let me play something that'll make you laugh even more. Want me to?
Sure.
So mid-May, this is the genius Ross Atkins.
It seemed like in spring the new structure with Donnie as coordinator was a source of optimism and some change on the offense. But with the results not following that, why is it that you still believe that that's positive and where's your optimism on
because of the smaller signs, the compete, the fight, the no rollover, that's been consistent with our team this year. It's been consistent with our staff. And the things that I mentioned about our process, that we've changed the messaging and the content, we've changed the delivery, and there is complete buy-in. We don't have someone pulling in a different direction.
So that was Ross Atkins in May at his press conference.
Well, it was indeed.
When he talked about the time and the talent.
That was a great press conference.
But he has referred to changing the messaging and the content and the delivery, and I still have no freaking idea what he's talking about.
Nobody
and
does.
There's complete buy-in. So let me just say that if this is the result of the changes that he's made, 10 games under 500 on July 21st,
yeah,
why has Rogers not stepped in and said, you're ruining this baseball team?
I have no idea. But it's funny you mentioned Ross Atkins.
Yeah.
Because the genius that he is, the Blue Jays are currently in the midst of a series against the Tigers. They lost 7-3 yesterday.
The surging Tigers.
Yep. They're almost to 500. They're one game below 500. If they win today, they're 500, and they sweep the Blue Jays if they win today. They won 5-4 Friday night. They won 7-3 yesterday. But on Friday night's game, there was a video that was posted to X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it.
You're getting me ready to play this, aren't you?
Yeah. Okay. And there were some fans in a certain section of the Rogers Center. They started chanting.
Had to be the cheap seats.
Yeah.
Although there are no cheap seats
not anymore.
at the Rogers Center.
Not anymore. They started chanting, "Fire Atkins."
You want me to play it?
Yes, please.
Okay.
If you wouldn't mind.
So it's starting.
It is starting. That's.
That will be louder today if they do another 7-0 start to the game.
Yeah, that's true.
So Trevor Richards came in yesterday.
Yep.
Gave up a grand slam. And you know what he did right after that? He loaded the bases.
Yeah, and they booed him after he loaded the bases again.
The players, I don't know what to tell you. I just don't know what to tell you. The team is like horrible. It's a horrible team. There's no pitching. There's no hitting.
Horrible.
They defensively, defense first. This was what Ross Atkins publicly stated we were going to do. That has been a complete and utter disaster. You need offense to win baseball games.
You do indeed.
100%.
Definitely.
So now that you have me in probably the worst mood I've been in this week.
Well, talking about the Blue Jays?
You want to talk about Marky Tropicana again, or are you still sick of it?
I'm not sick of it.
You just said you were sick of it. I got it on tape.
I take that back.
Yeah. Now you're not sick of it. So who's taller?
No.
You think
I'm
you
not
are,
going
but
into this.
how can we believe you?
Now you're going to put me in
How can we believe you?
Don't put me in a bad mood.
Oh. Welcome to the show. So what are we doing?
Well, I got a list of players here.
Oh my gosh, a list.
And
I can make it really easy. Is it who we want to stay or go? Is this how we're doing this?
No, who we think is going to stay or go.
Oh, because if it's want.
Everybody's going.
I seriously would.
Everybody's going.
Throw gasoline on this, light a match, I would blow it up.
Yep.
Entirely. There's not one piece of talent that I would be interested in keeping.
And you wouldn't go total rebuild. Like, that doesn't need to happen, but...
Not in baseball. You can buy your way back really quickly if you have the budget. And right now the Blue Jays are spending what is it, $230 million?
It's close to that, yeah.
On a team that's 10 games under 500. I think we could start getting rid of some of these contracts, save a bit of money, and load up for future years. But anyway, if we're going to do it by what we think, okay.
All right, so let's start with the two arguably biggest guys on the team, starting with Bo Bichette.
Yeah.
Who yesterday got injured again.
Yeah.
Not yesterday, the day before, got injured again, his calf. So is he staying or going?
Is this just like by the trade deadline?
Yes.
Or at any time?
No, by the trade deadline.
Because I was watching, can't remember, but the Baseball Insider, actually former GM of the Florida Marlins, I can't remember his name.
David Sampson? I don't know.
No, it doesn't ring a bell.
I don't know.
But anyway, it doesn't matter. His point was generally, can't get rid of it. Trade deadline moves, teams that are building to go on a playoff run,
right?
They covet pitching.
They do.
They don't necessarily covet bats like Bichette and Guerrero.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of teams going after pitching. And if you think about some of the moves that have been made, that's true.
Yeah.
Right? So based on that, and I hope Atkins takes this approach because you can get a lot more for your power hitters and your hitters in the offseason when teams are trying to build a new team for the new season.
Yeah.
Right? You need pitching in the playoffs. I hope that's his philosophy too, and he doesn't just give away things.
Yeah.
So based on that premise and the idea that Atkins might have half a clue, I don't think Mr. Bichette or Vladdy are going anywhere, but no to Bichette. He's staying.
I think so too. And you just mentioned it. Next one's Vladdy. I say staying as well because those two guys are not going anywhere because apparently the Blue Jays believe that Vladdy's the star of the team.
Well, now I'm going to take things off to a different direction.
Uh-oh.
I have been saying for a number of shows that I think Vladdy is Vladdy. He's an above-average player, going to hit you 25 home runs, 100 RBIs. Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
But not what we were promised, or not what the expectation was when we heard about this young up-and-coming superstar. So Scott Stinson is a writer, contributing writer for thescore.com. Wrote an article a couple of days ago. It's up on the Score now. Good article. I'm going to read to you this article because I can't argue with any of it.
All right.
You ready?
I am ready.
There's a lot here.
Yeah. There's still a few players left to go, too.
Stinson writes in part, but the wait for Guerrero to turn into the masher of 2021 to fulfill the fearsome promise of his teenage years has become interminable. In his sixth major league season, there's much more evidence to suggest that the rest of his prime will be something like what he has shown this year. Above average power, that's what I say, to all fields, excellent on-base percentage, and good run production if the guys ahead of him in the lineup are getting on base, which they haven't been doing anyway. He's a 30-homer, 100 RBI player if things are going well. I said 25-homer, but that's highly desirable. And if it was coming from Davis Schneider, the Jays would feel like they had struck gold.
It's true.
If it was coming from George Springer, they would feel like they were getting their money's worth.
They're not out of that contract.
Coming from Guerrero, it feels like a consolation prize. Yep. Not the dream home in Muskoka, but a washer and dryer set.
That's a perfect way to put that.
And that is, again, quite good. But is it worth the $300 million and up mega contracts that players like Rafael Devers, Corey Seager, and Trey Turner have landed in recent years?
Not at all.
Not that long ago, the answer about Vlad would have been yes before the question was even finished. Now it is at least a question, and one Jays general manager, Ross Atkins, would probably answer with a string of bafflegab, which is
it's true
him, that doesn't come close to a firm yes or no.
Nope.
If management was enthusiastic about giving such a deal to the key piece of what was supposed to be a championship contending team by now, they would have done it already.
They would have done it.
Instead, there are reports that the Jays and Camp Vlad are far apart in contract talks. Last paragraph here now. All that makes the remaining year plus before Guerrero is eligible for free agency fraught for Toronto Blue Jays fans.
Yep.
The player's side must assume that some team out there will likely give him the mother load, and they will. Probably like the Dodgers or the Yankees, right? The Jays have almost certainly been adjusting their spreadsheets from what they had mapped out a couple of seasons ago. I hope they have.
Yeah.
Will they find common ground? And he closes by saying, it would help all sides if he just socked a few more dingers.
It's 100% true.
If he had 10 more home runs right now, this season, as he has right now, what did he have, like?
Has 16,
16?
I think.
So if he had like 10 more, had 26 to 30 at this point?
Yeah.
You'd be thinking, oh, Vlad, we're keeping Vlad. You got to keep Vlad? No.
Nope.
We don't need to keep Vlad.
No,
But
nobody.
the question is he staying? Yeah, he'll be around.
Yeah, I agree.
Trade deadline. He'll still be here.
He's staying.
Although, now that I'm thinking about it, they shouldn't move him at the trade deadline because they won't get top value for him.
No.
I think he's gone in the offseason.
No, next offseason because he still have one more arbitration year left.
No, because, yeah, but no.
Yeah, this
Next year's his last year, right?
Yeah, but yeah, he still has to go to arbitration this year.
They'd have to get rid of him at some point during next season.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't think he's. I really hope, whoever is the GM, doesn't think that Vlad is a guy you build around.
Yeah.
Vlad's a guy you add to a team, and is a good piece to add, but you can't build around Vlad. He's not Aaron Judge. He's not Shohei Ohtani.
That's true.
He's not Mike Trout, although Mike Trout is always hurt.
Yeah.
So
bad contract.
The answer is he will be here come trade deadline.
100%. I agree with that. All right, next one.
I have another one. I'm going to throw it at you.
Oh, wow.
Ross Atkins.
By trade deadline?
Yeah.
Oh, he's here.
Unfortunately.
100%.
I cannot believe they're letting this guy map out the future for this team. I can't believe it.
I totally agree. But the thing is, trade deadline he's here, off season he's not. That's what I think.
I don't even know about that. I can't believe we're 10 games under 500 on July 21st, and nobody has been moved anywhere.
If you want,
the manager hasn't been let go. The hitting coach hasn't been let go. Nobody. Do something.
I agree. I agree with that. All right, how about this one? George Springer, staying or going?
What's he got left?
It's like 3 years.
See, again...
Well, I was going to say about George Springer.
You want to get out from that contract, probably?
Because I was going to say, that contract is $25 million a year. That's a bad contract for someone like of his age and everything. They still have 3 years left.
I'm going to say going on that one.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying
I think
staying.
he has a lot of playoff experience, and someone will covet that. And I think the Blue Jays are going to be left paying a lot of that contract, though.
I'm saying staying.
Okay.
All right, this one I think is going to be the first one we agree on.
One of us is going to be right.
It's true. It's true. This is the first one we're going to agree on. Yusei Kikuchi.
Unfortunately, Yusei Kikuchi is going to be gone.
Me too. I agree.
And I don't know if a team that gets him would look at him for a starting pitching position.
Yeah, you never know.
But he might be a valuable guy to come out of long relief in the bullpen.
Yeah, and
because he seems to be really good for 4 innings.
He is good for 4 innings. And he said yesterday, someone asked him post game, like he says, if this is my last game, I just love the city and love the fans.
He's been a good Blue Jay, I got to say.
And this is his last year of his contract too, so he
struggled mightily a couple of years ago.
He did.
And instead of being sooky like when Manoah was,
Manoah was
refusing
terrible.
to report, he brought it forward, said, "Listen, send me down. I'm willing to do anything. What do you want me to do?" I like Kikuchi.
I agree.
Won't be happy to see him go, but he's going. This brings me to another point.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
This is a lot of you on this show.
Oh, is that right?
You carried the show.
Is that right? Well, you're in some mood today.
You
and I are going to have words after, and that's all I'm going to say.
Do you not understand
you're going to meet righty, and then you're going to meet lefty.
Do you not understand what a compliment is? I just said you carry the show.
Oh, it must be all the money you're paying me. Swallow. Don't spit it out. Okay. Now, my point is this. I've heard so many people in the baseball world say that Pete Walker, the pitching coach of the Blue Jays,
he's a great pitching coach. Apparently,
this is my point.
He's one of the best.
They say he's one of the best, if not the best, pitching coaches in baseball.
Yeah.
My question is, based on what are you saying that? How your bullpen is a disaster.
He's been here longer than Ross Atkins.
There's pitchers getting injured left, right, and center. All the prospects are hurt. Kikuchi can't get past the 4th inning. We don't know what we're getting out of Gosman, Bassett, or Barrios. How is this the best pitching coach in baseball?
Yeah, and look at guys like Tiedemann. He lives on the injured list. Like, this is.
But he's the best pitching coach in baseball. If he's the best pitching coach in baseball, I would hate to know who the worst one is and how that team's doing.
Yeah. I'd love to meet the Dodgers pitching coach and see how good he is. If this guy's one of the best in baseball.
Anyway, that's it. We're 20 minutes in. Keep her going.
All right, Jimmy Garcia. I'm saying going.
I don't know their contract status.
Oh, he's on 1 year left. I think he's.
But listen, if anybody wants any of our pitchers, let them go.
Yep.
We can buy pitching when we want to get serious about putting a team together with a real GM and a real president.
All right.
So I'm going to say he's going.
Me too. All right. How about Danny Jansen?
Going.
I agree.
Someone will covet a good defensive catcher. Not sure about his bat. He gets hot, he's hot. When he gets cold, he's really cold.
All right.
But he's a great blocking defensive catcher. Not great at throwing out runners, but
yeah, I'm gonna say going as well. How about Trevor Richards? The great Trevor Richards yesterday. God,
he's so inconsistent. I don't know if any team would cover him.
No, I think he's staying.
He does have some experience, so I'm gonna say going. I'm gonna say going to all of them.
All right, Kevin Gausman. He's staying.
He has a couple years left, doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's not going anywhere.
Again, if I think some team is going to covet a Kevin Gausman for a playoff run.
Yeah, but I mean,
and if they're willing to, he's going.
Yeah, but you always got to remember, like, Ross Atkins is the one doing this trade deadline.
That's my problem.
That's the problem.
That is my problem. But if it were me, and you called me up and said, Marky Tropicana, general manager of the Blue Jays, we're interested in Kevin Gausman, and we're willing to give you this, and this. Yeah, send me the contract. That's good. We have to restock the farm.
Imagine I'm Arizona and I call you and say, I'll give you Moreno and Gurriel Jr. for Kevin Gausman.
We need to write off the season, stock up the farm, and then buy what we need to and start developing some players in the meantime. That's what has to happen with this team.
Remember when Mark Shapiro scolded Alex Anthopoulos for selling the future?
I remember.
What the hell has Ross Atkins done?
Anthopoulos must be looking at the Blue Jays just laughing.
Like, Ross Atkins...
In an evil kind of laugh, too. Like,
yeah, like a villain laugh, yeah. Like, Ross Atkins is... anyway. Chris Bassett.
Going.
I agree. Going. He's going. Even though they say they're not going to trade guys that have more than 1 year left in their deal, but he's going.
I don't like them coming out and saying that.
No.
Like, if someone offers you something, listen to it. And if it's good... pull the trigger.
For those that maybe didn't listen, Ross Atkins did another press conference a couple of weeks after that when we just played earlier.
Mr. Bafflegab?
Yeah, that's his new nickname. So someone asked him, so what's the deal with Vladdy and Bo, and have you gotten any calls on them for trades? And he says, I haven't gotten calls.
Why is he saying that?
No calls.
Don't say a word.
If you were a smart GM, if you were asked that, you'd say, yeah, we've gotten calls on them.
You'd like to create a market. Even if there isn't one, you want to give the perception that other teams might be interested. So if you're interested, you might have to bid a little bit higher. But I don't have any good feeling about the front office of the Toronto Blue Jays.
Nope.
There's not much I do have a good feeling about. But again, the problem is 38,000 fans there yesterday.
Yep.
So you send up the white flag and get rid of everybody, you're not going to have 38,000 fans.
But if all 38,000 fans start chanting Fire Atkins, then it's a different story.
If they go down 7-0 early today, that's going to be a little louder.
All right. How about this is my least favorite player on the whole team, and this is a bad team of bad players. Alejandro Kirk.
I can't see anybody wanting that.
He's my least favorite player on the whole team. He's terrible. He's awful.
He had that flash in the pan moment a couple of years ago, and somehow made the friggin' All-Star team.
And it's not just because of the fact that we got rid of Moreno to keep him instead. Like, that's not just like that's one of the biggest reasons I don't like him. But he's also he can't hit for anything. And he's one of the worst catchers in the league.
He's terrible.
If you get thrown out at second by Kirk, you can't be very fast.
He's terrible.
You can't be fast.
There cannot be anybody interested. But again, someone calls you up and says, we'll give you, free batch of bananas for Kirk. Take it.
Kevin Kiermaier.
I don't see any reason why we'd keep him. Someone may want.
We did put him on waivers.
Someone may want a utility outfielder like Speed.
Yeah,
right?
Speed. Yeah,
that's coveted too. Have some. He wouldn't be going anywhere. He's gone.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yep.
Dalton Varsho.
Because of who the GM is.
No.
And the move he made to get him.
Oh, my God.
He cannot.
I can't with that move.
I don't think he can get rid of Dalton Varsho at this point, because then he'd have to wear the fact that you gave away one of the highest prospects in baseball, along with a really good outfielder, to get Dalton Varsho, who you kept for a year and a half and then discarded. But let me tell you how bad Dalton Varsho is compared to what we gave away. Any team that traded for Dalton Varsho would be to have him as a bench player. Mm-hmm. He's not a starting outfielder on any contending team.
That's true.
At all.
That's 100% true.
He's a utility guy and a speed guy, just like Kiermaier.
Yeah.
Right? Good defensively, and might come in late in the game to finish a game when they need to lock down a game, but he's not a starting center fielder on a contending team.
Nope. Justin Turner. No one's going to want him.
Someone will take him for nothing.
Yeah, for like cash.
Just because he has some playoff experience, and he could be a good bet coming off the bench, possibly. Hasn't been so much in Toronto, but
Jose Barrios. He's not going anywhere. He's got
I don't
a
think
long
he's going
deal.
anywhere because he signed a long deal, and it's quite a bit of money.
Yep.
But again, the Dodgers don't seem to care.
No.
Whatever they want, they'll get, and they'll just
all
defer everything.
Yeah. How about David Schneider?
Boys, is someone going to call a spade here with David Schneider? Like, it's not. We have a AAA baseball team right now.
Oh,
And
I agree.
If AAA players are coveted at the trade deadline, then yes, he's gone. Other than that, there's not going to be anybody interested in Davis Schneider.
Well, you mentioned Ross
Fan
Atkins.
favorite that he may be,
Yeah.
not a serious Major League Baseball player, in my humble opinion.
You mentioned Ross Atkins and how you're not even sure who's going to be gone at the end of the season. Well, Bob Nightingale did a piece for USA Today last Sunday.
Yeah.
And he talked about there's three executives in baseball right now: the Giants, I think president, and the Padres GM or president, and Ross Atkins are the three that appear to be in the most danger. Appear to be getting fired if their teams don't make the playoffs. And then the last line of the piece was Atkins appears to be in the most danger. But here's the thing:
not with Ed Rogers and the Rogers Corporation. They don't seem to give a. You know what?
Does Rogers not look at the standings?
I don't think Rogers has anything to do with the baseball team.
Like,
some point they may wake up and say, this isn't so good, but it's just like how he survived after last fall.
I'll never
and lying
understand.
to everybody about not knowing about the Barrios situation.
The only person Rogers would fire would be Shapiro, I guess, because Shapiro would have to fire Atkins in terms of which is the problem.
It all needs to go. The Shapiro and Atkins show from Cleveland has not worked
at all.
But we have a brand new stadium.
Yeah, and it's all bars.
How many more we got?
I got one more.
Who's that?
Actually, two. Jordan Romano.
Nobody's taking that.
No. And
he's hurt, isn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, that's a bit risky. I don't even know if he's coming back this year.
And no one's taking this last one either. Ariel Rodriguez.
Not for a playoff run. Like he's just too new, too green. I don't know. He brings a lot of value. He hasn't really proven anything yet.
No.
Romano, if he's healthy and available, someone would probably take that because you can never have enough bullpen help. But if I'm a contending team, I don't want him as my closer.
No,
I might bring him in possibly as a setup man, but he, to me, like I said, can't close a door.
Oh, he's terrible.
So maybe it's injury related. Who knows? This has been the most negative show we've ever done.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for getting me out of bed at 6:20 this morning.
I'm sorry.
Getting upset with me over Marky Tropicana.
But you
putting me in a bad mood.
I did not. Did not what? I said I was tired of hearing it.
I know, but I'm going to tell you something. You're going to hear it more and more and more.
But it really does work.
No, Marky Tropicana is going to take you to the driving range today.
Yeah, but it really does work.
Seems to.
It really does work.
Yeah. So, anything else there?
No, Open Championships on today.
That's what I'm going to be doing this afternoon and this evening.
So thank you for listening and watching this episode of 10 Minutes with Andrew. Find us on YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment. We'll be back in the middle of the week with Would You Rather.
Maybe we'll go to church today.
No.
Look for some inspiration.
Well, we can get inspiration on the driving range.
All right, champ.
All right.
We'll see you later.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and turn on notifications to be notified when we upload new content. You can also connect with us at andrewchansey.com.